We consider parents as our most important partners from the time children are admitted as students in the community of learners up to their graduation. I would now like to call Nolly and Maita Alido, Noel and Sydney's parents, to share their thoughts about today's celebration. Noel is now in college while Sydney is graduating today. Nolly and Maita have always been supportive of school events such as homeroom potlucks and Christmas bonfires since the girls joined the community. Nolly is the bass guitarist of the Suave Band, which is composed of parent and teacher musicians and which performs during Parents' Night events. Nolly and Maita.
Good afternoon. I am Maita, and this is my husband, Nolly. And we are the proud parents of Sydney over there. And Noel, who graduated 2 years ago. We have attended 3 CL graduation ceremonies in the past, and this is our 4th. If someone were to ask us what we remember most about the CL graduation ceremony, we would have to say it is the experience of feeling a lump in the throat. You know that sensation you feel when you are overwhelmed by emotion? This afternoon is no different. I'm sure many times during the program, as we sit in our chairs and allow our minds to just absorb the significance of this event, and as we look in the eyes of our children and in the eyes of their teachers, and recall all the challenges they had to surmount, the adversities they had to overcome, and the victorious moments that came after, we too will feel that lump in our throat. So what are these emotions? Well, to name a few, first is the feeling of pride, immense pride. It is in the nature of parents to feel proud of their children's activities. And by that, I mean any activity. Whether it's a good score on a quiz, a special mention for a job well done, recognition of a special talent, or even just being assigned a particular task in school. CL education is more than just doing the usual classroom work every day, studying books, listening to lectures. It also involves exposing the student to realities in this world. It also involves constantly challenging the student's capacity for critical thinking. And it encourages the students to believe in themselves, a quality that is essential as they make their contribution to society. Graduating from high school is a milestone achievement. When I graduated from high school, its full meaning was lost on me. It was just a ceremony for me. But now that I am a parent myself, I fully realize its significance. The dream of all parents is to bring their children up to be capable and responsible adults who can take care of themselves and others. Along the way, step by step, we gradually let go of our rules and let them do things their way, with our full trust. And as we begin to see our children as young adults, this afternoon's proceedings is a confirmation that indeed we can let go some more, knowing that they will do well.
The second emotion that contributes to this lump in our throat is the feeling of hope. Having seen what your child can achieve gives any parent the hope that your child not only will survive in the world ahead, but actually flourish and excel. Already, I see qualities and values in my daughters that I don't think I had when I was their age. They are more responsible now. Their CL education has indeed prepared them well for the next phase of their lives. As I try to recall the many experiences I had as a CL parent, I cannot help but compare some of them with the experiences that my daughters went through in COLF. When I was in high school several decades ago, I remember we were made to watch about 2 or 3 times a year. We were brought to Rizal Theater, which no longer exists now, to watch the Philippine Philharmonic Orchestra perform. I think the purpose of that was to try to steer some interest in music and the arts among us students. Now, in comparison with COLF, I see an even more aggressive program of trying to develop the artistic person in each of the students. In COLF, you're encouraged to pick up an instrument, and you're given all opportunities to hone your talent in music and in dance. That is one difference that I saw. Another difference which I saw was in the aspect of guidance and counseling. I remember when I was a student, what I recall of guidance and counseling was when we were individually asked to go to the guidance counselor's office maybe twice a year for sessions that would last probably 10 to 15 minutes each. And the guidance counselor then would ask us the usual questions. What are your favorite subjects? Do you have any problems with your teachers, with your classmates, with your parents? Do you have a girlfriend? Do you do this? Do you smoke? Do you smoke pot? Do you drink? And, the usual trying to connect questions. And because these sessions were few and far in between, there was really not much connection. So, in comparison, in COLF, we have 4 PTCs a year where the students, the parents, and the teachers meet to discuss the students' progress. In addition, I also noted that in COLF, they used to have this journal where students and teachers would communicate with each other on topics or on anything. And to me, that is guidance and counseling 24/7. So you don't have to wait for your chance to be called to the guidance counselor's office. You are there. You can open up to your teachers anytime. And a last comparison was as far as the development of social consciousness among the students. During my time, we had this collection for the poor, which was done every, I think, Wednesday. So we put out money, we collect, and the row which has the highest collection is uploaded by the teacher. We don't know where the money goes, we don't know how it is spent, but we are told that it is given to the poor. In COLF, the students are immersed. They are made, I believe, under the HACCP program. They go to orphanages, homes for the aged, Gawad Kalinga sites, and they are really given that big exposure to the social realities of our times. And that, I believe, is what makes COLF education so relevant and so holistic. And we are very proud to have brought our girls to COLF. And I know that my daughters will carry the necessary skills, but more importantly, the social outlook that will make them responsible, productive citizens of our country. The last emotion that causes this lump in our throat is the feeling of gratitude. And this is very, very deep gratitude. And to Teacher Fanny, Teacher Maite, Teacher Marge, I hope I don't miss anyone. Teacher Joy, Teacher Cindy, Teacher Elfio, Teacher Andrew, Teacher Lito, Teacher Bell, Teacher Ruth, Teacher JF, Teacher Manny, Teacher Kevin, Teacher Yoli, Teacher Mikal, Teacher Fe, Teacher Dan, Teacher Roldan, Teacher Daisy, Teacher Janet, Teacher Shali, Teacher JJ, Teacher Mark. Did I leave anyone out? And all other faculty members and all the non-academic personnel, from the bottom of our hearts, a big, big thank you. And I hope we can give them a big round of applause. Because this might be the only opportunity for us to express our gratitude as a group. And lastly, our message to the graduates. We wish you all the best. May you reap the success in your chosen careers and find the happiness that we all seek. Thank you.
Maraming salamat, Noli at Maita. Now we would like to focus on our high school students. Similarly, several students of the senior class worked on this message from the high school graduating class of 2016. I would now like to call on Stephanie Erica M. Peña, Steffi, and Raymond Miguel Francisco A. Monchua, Migs, to share their message with us. Steffi joined COLF in the 5th grade, and Migs when he was 6.
Welcome parents, relatives, teachers, friends, and families to the 2015-2016 Community of Learners graduation. Today marks another important transition in our lives, with you all witnessing the turning of a new page.
Together with our fellow seniors, we are grateful to be standing before you today. There are many of you here we want to thank because you helped us become the people we are now. We can never truly put into words how grateful we are. So allow us, at the very least, to share what lessons we have learned from Community of Learners and the impact it has had on our lives.
The playground has evolved. The wagon is now overflowing with knowledge and wisdom.
We learned to value learning. We learned how to learn.
COLF, unlike other schools, made learning fun, thus enabling us to grasp concepts more fully. Yes, it's fun to learn new things. It really makes a difference to be equipped with knowledge and to know how to make things work. Countless times, we were encouraged to be innovative problem solvers. Working out solutions to problems was like doing puzzles.
It helped to stimulate the brain. It helped us to correlate and connect, figure out things as we sought to see the big picture while looking at the pieces or details. We did this as we planned for and carried out projects in class and for section and school-wide events like the Acoustic Night, HIMIG, and MI Fair. We were made to appreciate ourselves and open the varied ways of approaching a situation or solving a problem.
We learned in different ways, through tasks, activities, projects, and even games. We went on field trips and did hands-on activities because that's how we learn best. We also got to dance and sing because these helped us to express ourselves, improve our skills, and also do better in our studies. Our hobbies and passions were just as important as our academic work. More importantly, we were made to apply what we had learned through various projects and activities. We also became peer teachers to one another.
Dividing us in groups enabled us to work at our own pace through methods that are best suited for each one. We were also made accountable and responsible for our thoughts, words, and actions. We were given responsibilities that made us increasingly more independent. By learning as well as we could, we were able to build something better. When we encountered obstacles, we learned to surpass them. When we made mistakes, we learned to extract the lessons. Moreover, here in CL, we learned to ask questions, and if we needed help, we learned to seek assistance or advice.
It is this gift of learning how to learn that has enabled us to get through the challenges that came our way.
COLF is the place where we discovered who we are, what we are worth, and what we are capable of doing.
Here in CL, teachers persistently encouraged us to believe in ourselves as we honed our talents. Now, we can say with conviction, we are intelligent in many different ways. We wrote and we read, we drew and we cooked, we sang and we danced, we played musical instruments, took photos, created videos, and engaged in sports. Through the work education program, we learned to fix things at home and create functional as well as art pieces.
In the process of accomplishing our academic requirements in every subject, by participating in class discussions and activities, by pursuing our interests through the different elective classes, by joining special groups like the dance team and the choir, and by investing fully in committee work and the different section and school-wide activities, we found our voices, our very own expressions of ourselves.
We were able to overcome our fears and nervousness and step up to the challenges. We discovered things we liked doing that made us very happy. One of our classmates, Gabriella, put it so well, and we quote her, "Being able to watch myself grow as a CL student is the best gift God could ever give to a child, and for that, I am grateful." We all are grateful.
In this school, we know we matter. We learn to appreciate diversity. It's okay to be different. We did not have to compete with one another. There were no honor rolls. Instead, we were taught to work together as a team, complementing each other as the weakness of one brought out the strength of another. We learned to support, we learned to lead.
We do not discriminate. LGBT and children with special needs are accepted as they are in this school. We treat them as we treat all people. We like community of learners because they understand special children. They know that special children have special needs. Equality is a reality in our school. Everyone is a friend, and every problem can be fixed with a teacher's help. No one is really left behind and left lonely because everyone is open. There is at least one person that tries to understand another.
CL is a small universe with diverse individuals, each one gifted in his and her own way. Here, we learn to love ourselves. Here, we learn to appreciate each other. Here, we learn to be humbled.
Community of learners taught us discipline. Discipline is a mindset that we apply every day. It is what gets work done. It is the way through which we were able to achieve our goals. School is no joke. We really had to work hard and to work with determination. We had to fight laziness and not let it take over us. We know laziness will only serve as an obstacle to our dreams.
We were held accountable for keeping track of our work, submitting requirements, meeting deadlines, and getting cleared. We had to learn how to work early and manage our time. High school taught us to be organized and prepared. Discipline also taught us to value silence when we had to focus and use our minds to concentrate and work more productively.
Community of learners taught us the basics. We should accept and respect each one. We should follow rules, and we should be able to say sorry when we have done something wrong.
In Community of Learners, we have been nurtured to contribute to this world. We are the change, the catalysts, and the individuals that will set things in motion.
We want to make a change. We want to be the change, and we will live up to the expectation that we are the hope of this nation. Although we are young, we have big hearts and hopeful dreams. We were taught how to dream not only for ourselves, but for the future of the communities we are in, beginning with our very own community of learners and expanding to other communities, our own country, and the world.
Our high school social action program enabled us to see beyond the comfortable walls of our homes, to see and feel the reality of our economy and the hardships of our people. We have interacted with orphans, the street children, and the elderly in institutions. We played with the children living in urban poor communities and literally beside tombs in cemetery whose parents could not afford to bring them to school or feed them with sumptuous meals.
In our simple ways, we tried to bring moments of joy, a smile to their face, a story to listen to, a game to play, an activity to do, some food to eat, and a loot bag to open, an ear that would listen to their stories, and a chance to feel they matter, they are loved. As young Filipino citizens, we dream not only about our future, we dream for them, we dream with them.
We dream that one day, every person in our nation can look through their windows and be happy with what they see. We want to bring communities closer, one step at a time. We want to build communities that we love and care for one another. We dream of a united Philippines. Though we are separated by land and water, we dream that this country would blossom and have a stable economy. We want all children to be educated. We want the homeless people to live comfortably in their own homes and the unemployed to have jobs. We envision a country that is strong.
As some of us are turning 18 before elections and now have the power to vote, it is a power that we will exercise with careful thought and analysis, as we know how our votes can create an impact and change the lives of people. We will not rely on surveys or what candidates say. We will think wisely. We will also teach the younger ones how to think rationally. We will continue to stand for peace and value freedom and democracy.
We also acknowledge that we are part of the solution to the problems. We respect our land and desire that others do so as well. We must all contribute to restoring and protecting our natural resources. We can do this in simple, doable ways, by segregating and reminding others who often take this lightly, and by planting and greening our environment. Global warming is an issue we considered critical for our survival as a human race.
We know we must continue studying hard so that one day we can contribute meaningfully to the development of our nation. As Filipino citizens, we have to broaden our knowledge in order to bring about solutions to the problems of our society. We cannot simply solve problems without studying and researching. We must be equipped with knowledge that can help not only ourselves, but other people as well.
If someday you might see us running our own law firms or businesses, or see our names on the cover of a Vogue magazine, or plastered on a published book, if one day one of us should find a cure for cancer or be seen making rounds as doctors or nurses, or teaching in schools, painting in studios, acting, or directing? Or should you hear our voices as advocates who inspire others to take action towards a worthy cause? We have CL to thank.
We promise to continue growing, honing, and sharing our talents. We will keep doing our best even as we encounter challenges and failures. We will strive to fulfill our responsibilities with confidence as we work towards the goals we want to achieve. If we want to change this nation that is still beset with poverty and corruption, then we must prove ourselves by being that change. We will start with ourselves. We will be role models.
We choose to be hopeful. Slowly but surely, we will reach our dreams.
In Community of Learners, we are a family.
Just as older batches acted as ates and kuyas to us, so did we try our best to be ates and kuyas to the younger members of our community. Love and friendships radiate throughout the school, and it is something we will carry with us until the end of time.
Classmates, we were with each other through all our lowest and highest points, through all our transitions, and through all our discoveries and losses. We've seen each other bloom. Our hearts are together in ways that brothers and sisters' hearts are. We are family.
After all the years and work we've been through, we've learned how to accept, respect, and appreciate each other's differences, weaknesses, and strengths, talents, and feelings. Our entire batch is a joyful bunch. A day doesn't go by without laughter. We manage to make each other smile, even at the saddest of times or when we're all having a row.
Our bonds have become so strong, and although this only makes it more difficult to separate, we know this only ensures that even as we part ways, we will never lose or forget what we have. We show different ways of loving each other, and that's what matters most. As we always say, even if everyone says, walang forever, a batang CL knows that in COLF, there will always be forever, because our friendships are forever.
Teachers, thank you for putting up with our craziness and stubbornness. Thank you for inspiring us to keep on striving towards our goals and for teaching us the meaning and value of hard work. Thank you for shaping us into becoming better versions of ourselves.
You looked after us and supported us in all our endeavors. We are grateful for the many times you shared life lessons with us, held our hands through tough times, and gave us reasons to get this far. You pushed us to our limits because you knew what we were capable of.
And to our parents, thank you for investing your time and money in our education. As Tristan Rosette puts it, CL was definitely a great life investment. To all our parents, your unending love and support has helped us get through tough times and has encouraged us to continue on with our journey.
Thank you for your patience and time despite our obstinate attitude at times. Without you, we would not have experienced all these. So thank you, Mom and Dad, for making this possible.
As we graduate today, with all the lessons that COLF has given, we are proud that we come from this school and studied here. Together, we will take what we have learned and apply it in our everyday lives. We stand before you not only as a class, but as a family. As we journey on to fulfill our responsibilities so we can make our generation one you can look upon with pride.
We carry with us and bring to this world everything we learned from COLF. High school was the greatest experience in our lives so far, and CL will never be just any other ordinary place.
It will always be a home we will look back at
With love. Thank you for attending our high school graduation.
Good evening.
Maraming salamat, Steffi at Migs. Mas malawak pang programa ninyo para sa bansa kaysa sa ibang mga kandidato.